Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about the full moon that happens July 3rd. It's going to be in Sagittarius. Remember, I'm talking about the sidereal zodiac, not the tropical Western zodiac. So it's going to be in Sagittarius, and it's going to be in the nakshatra called Purva Ashada. We have the 27 nakshatras in Vedic astrology, and this one is the truth seeker. So this moon that happens July 3rd will really bring out so much to do with seeking nothing but truth. I mean, this has been going on for a long time, but now the truth is out. We're seeking it. We found it. It's happening. In so many respects of all the things I've been talking about around political leaders, around aliens, everything is coming out now. I've been talking about this. This is an exciting time to be alive. You see, before we were in an illusion for the last 50 years. We didn't see things. We didn't see the truth. And now it's coming out, finally. And this is truly amazing. Now, this month of July, all the way till July 8th, we have Mercury will be zipping through Gemini. So it's only in Gemini for practically 2 weeks. But I'm saying this, now is the time in July to take those trips, to go places, because the retrograde process caused so many mishaps with travel. Now we've got a short window. A short window, because let me say this, starting in the month of August, please, things are going to get different. It's going to get a little dark. August, September, October, get ready. Now's the time to take advantage of it. You can fly. Things are going to be okay for a while. Okay? Astrology's guidance. We got to use this guidance for what it's good for, right? So Gemini is the sign when Mercury is together with the sun, of travels, of communications. And yes, the communications become wide open. We can see things clearly, because what is a full moon? It's when the sun and the moon are in opposition, and the light of the moon lights up the night sky and brings things to reality and truth. So that is what we get when the moon is in Sagittarius, the truth seeker, Purva Ashada. And on top of that, July 1st, Mars will enter into Leo. And, you know, there's never a time when things are perfect, right? And this is, of course, I'm saying, you know, open up the lines of communication. Possibly it's a good time to travel, but, and there's always a but with what's going on in the sky, right? Mars will be coming up to oppose Saturn by the second to the third week of July, yes, around the time, right after the full moon, the new moon that comes 2 weeks after, we're going to have Mars opposing Saturn. And that will cause some hiccups. So I'm like saying the first week of July is really the time to get things done. After that, things start to change. But Mars will oppose Saturn. And that can be standstills and setbacks, delays and problems. But that's not till right around the new moon. That's 2 weeks after this. And I want to say this, though, around this time, the first week of July, that we will have Mars is going to form what I call a yod. A yod is called the finger of God. And what that means is that Mars is forming, it's almost like a Y in a chart. If you look at a chart where all the planets are. So Mars will be quincunx Pluto, and Mars will be quincunx Neptune. And both Pluto and Neptune are in a sextile. That forms a yod for those of you that don't know astrology. But quincunx means it's 6 placements away and 8 placements. 6 placements away and 8 placements. So why am I telling you that? Because the number 6 can deal with accidents, deals with unfortunate events. It deals with struggles pretty much. the eighth house, I was just talking about the number 6 in the 6th house deals with the unfortunate events, while the 8th placements can deal with death, endings, and it's very unfortunate. So the quincunx aspect is very, very unfortunate. It deals with major difficulties that were unthought of, but it seems to come out of nowhere sometimes. And the yod means bump. It's like God, or whatever you want to call God. There's a force outside. It's called the finger of God. Force outside that is directing and controlling things so that good can eventually come of it. Because like I always say, people don't wake up unless they have to. And there's going to be events that make people wake up. So the fact that Pluto and Neptune, they've been traveling in a sextile relationship for so many years. I mean, they've been really, I think, in this relationship since the 60s. That's how long they stay in this relationship. But they're pretty much in, 3 signs away from each other, almost exactly. And then Mars comes into that position that creates that yod, because it will aspect both at the same time. So what is that particularly? What can that mean astrologically? This is powerful. So this full moon has Mars around 1 degree of Leo, and Neptune's around 3 degrees of Pisces, while Pluto sits at 5 degrees of Capricorn. So it's pretty tight this first week of July that Mars will be doing this during the time of the full moon. It's like it all of this that I'm talking about will be brought to our awareness because of the full moon. What is this yod about? Pluto and Neptune pretty much deal with Pluto's major change, transformation, power, while Neptune is the spiritual, but can also deal with many, many times scandals, illusions. So Pluto means these scandals, illusions, and the spiritual side is all being cracked open. It's opening up, and Mars is a trigger. But Mars can sometimes be kind of violent, be kind of hectic. So this cracking open, pulling the curtain back, seeing the truth with this moon in Purva Ashada, is intense. Yes. So please know that everything is always happening for our highest good. Always. But we sometimes have to go through a difficult time to get there. It's like a birthing process. To be born is extremely painful. To have a baby is extremely painful. But what comes out of it is something new. We're birthing something new. But there are struggles, but there's realizations of everything that is manifesting that's being brought to clear vision. We will see it. It's up to you whether you believe it. But don't listen to opinions about the news. Just look at facts and make your own opinion. And in the totality and reality of things, all that's going on politically is not affecting you personally. So let's talk about our personal relationships. Let's talk about our personal lives and our spiritual growth, because that's what's truly important to you. I know the world is affecting us, of course. We're all in this together, and what's happening out there is a reflection of what's happening in us. So let's talk about the Pluto-Neptune, the power, the transformational power, and Neptune to revealing the truth, the scandals, the lies, and Mars being this trigger of, wow, this is really happening. But the moon here, my point is, with this gorgeous, beautiful full moon in Sagittarius, is saying, look at the truth. But also look at the truth within your own life, in your own heart. You must be truthful in every way to everything, but mainly yourself. Because if you're going to attract relationships where people lie to you, where people are dishonest, then you don't believe in yourself. It always comes back to you. I'm not saying you're a liar or a cheater, not at all. But you don't trust yourself. When you get a psychic impulse and you know something, do you discount it? Many people do. You got to trust everything that you know. You have all the answers within you. Trust and believe it, and come to this point where you connect with that divine spirit within you. That is the truth. You are one with the divine spirit, and you have it. It's all within you. It's within your heart. And when you ask, you will receive the truth. Go with it. Don't discount it. Sometimes the truth is harder to believe than fiction. But we must come there. We must come together with honoring ourselves and our truths, what we know, and not what we're deceived with. Don't let outside forces convince you of things. What do you know for you? And many of us have been deluded so long with all the outside. Everything that went on through COVID, through the vaccinations, through the politics and governments, all this stuff is really trying to get us to align with what's within. But we're all being tricked and deluded with what's going on without, or what we're being told. You must, all of this is a learning experience. And we're all here to learn. And what we're going to learn is going to be beautiful, and it's going to give us our hope back, and the world's going to be a better place. So look at this beautiful full moon for what it has to tell you. That is the truth and the reality of who you really are. It's amazing. So with that, I think I'll close. Remember, if you would like to learn astrology, my semester 1 begins July 26th. And go to galacticcenter.org and sign up for my magazine. All of these articles concerning everything I'm talking about is there. It will be great summertime reading. Comes out once a month, only $9.99 a month. Incredible magazine, all online. You can take it, read it on your phone, anywhere. And don't forget, while you're there, sign up for my free newsletter. It is absolutely free. You'll get my predictions delivered to your email address once a week. Go to galacticcenter.org. Thank you.